Hey yo, what's up, Alpha Squad YouTube? This is Taurus Downey again, y'all. This is that Go Hard or Go Home channel. All right, y'all know Unc don't jump on his junk every day. If this is one of your first times watching it, you better get liked, subscribed, and shared. Because if you decide you like the content, I don't get on here every day. So you better get subscribed, hit that notification, so that way when something come up, you already in on it, okay? So what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be talking about one of the main. Y'all know I kind of talk a little bit, I guess, against the red pill manosphere type thing, but here's the deal. I'm gonna start dismantling them, one subject at the time. First, we're gonna talk about this child support thing because they bitch about this all the time. The child support laws should be changed. The child support laws should be changed. We're going to go over these laws today and we're going to see if they need to be changed or not. That's going to be our thing, okay? Um, be streaming, might be pulling up. We don't know if I don't know if he's in there yet, but if he do come, he gonna pull up. But we're gonna start out by going over this right here. First off, welcome to the show, guys. We're gonna talk about this a little bit. We also gonna talk about how most black women deter high value men. All right, that's gonna be a little bit later. All right, make sure if y'all got any questions or whatever, y'all drop in the comments, let me know. I'll go ahead and let y'all know what's going on with that. So we're gonna talk about this thing, okay? Guys, now we all know it's mama's baby. It always is gonna be. It's gonna be mama's baby. But is it daddy's? Okay. And my grandfather always used to say that. It's mama's baby. Daddy's maybe. And the thing about it is like a lot of guys gotta start really looking at these days. This thing about this child support thing and custody thing comes up a lot in the manosphere red pill world. Okay, it's one of their main argument points. All right, we need to change the laws. Guys can't get this, they can't do that, and a little bit of that shit gonna get debunked here today. I hate to say it, for if any guys that watch this show thinking that you probably gonna hear some more of that junk, hell no. Like I said, I'm taking them guys apart one damn thing at a time. So we're gonna go over this one first. All right. So if there's anybody out there watching and you want to get in the comments, let me know about some of this stuff right here. Because I think that most of it, if I'm correct, most of the complaint is that they want DNA testing to be mandatory. That's one of the things. Um and they want caps on it. Caps on the amount of money that you can take for child support and stuff like that. We're gonna go over this one first because what I'm gonna tell y'all today is that them caps already damn exist. Yeah. Not only that, I mean, I'm gonna put up the facts and show you the rest of it, but the DNA testing is mandatory too. They have to have it before they can charge you with the child support. But we're gonna go ahead and look at the other thing here first. All right. Let me add this to the stage here. And let me make sure while I'm doing this, I ain't missing my homie. Okay, he ain't there yet. All right. So here's the deal. Is there a cap on child support? Is what I asked. Okay. I wanted to find that out. So come to find out, it pretty much so there is. There's a thing, okay, that they have it that tells you they got an income withholding cap on it. All right. There's a thing called the Consumer Credit Protection Act, right? Now, if most guys don't really know what this is, the Consumer Credit Protection Act is the same thing that keeps them from being able to sell you a car or sell you something that you can't freaking afford. All right. They look at your basic income and they say, okay, if you take this much money from it, can this person survive? And the thing of it is, if it's not, then you can't buy that car or you can't have this thing right here. Okay. That's the Consumer Credit Report Act. All right. And I'm going to get this. So, yeah, Consumer Credit Protection Act. So it limits how much income can be withheld for your paycheck for child support. All right. Now, you're going to take 50% of your disposable income. Basically, they're gonna look at all your stuff and say, okay, you got this much left over. This your money to live out of. We gonna get half of that. All right. And then the 60%, it's 50% if you support the second family. If you got two families, kids over here and kids over there, 50%. 60% if you just got these one kids, this one set of kids from this family. All right. The limits increase by 5% to 55% and 65% if you're 12 weeks or more behind on under the payments. So if you're in arrears. So we already know that most of these guys be on damn be in freaking arrears. So most of them gonna be paying the highest one. So to debunk the first goddamn manosphere red pill thing, there's a damn cap on it already. See, that's why I said I want to talk about it today. See if we need to change anything. There's nothing that needs to be changed. You already got a cap on it. We're gonna get into the rest of them. So you can only pay so much. All right. Now, is that good or bad? It's based on your income, but hell, you decide to have a kid. That is what it is. We're gonna scroll this down a little bit more. We're gonna look at here. Okay. Some states have specific caps or thresholds within their child support guidelines where the standard calculation may no longer apply. Okay, for example, in Alabama, if the combined income of both parents exceeds $30,000 per month, the standard Rule 32 guidelines may not be used, and the court may have more discretion in determining the support amount because there's more money being made in that family, and they want to give more to the kid. All right, I'm just telling y'all this how it works. All right, in essence, there's caps on how much can be garnished from a paycheck, but the total child support obligation can be higher, especially in high income situations where courts might have more flexibility in deviating from the guidelines. All right, look at a little bit more of it. All right, then this may tell you most states they don't got a hard dollar amount cap on it, but they do have this thing. Child support amounts are typically determined based on the percentage of the paying parents' income and other factors. Same thing he was talking about in the other one, like the number of children that we just got unknown. If you're gonna pay more if you got less kids, less families, or you're gonna pay more less if you got two families. All right. They got a percentage based calculations. We already went on that. They look at the income of both parents. All right. Additional factors, of course, also consider other factors like number of children, child care costs, this type of stuff. So in this thing like this, here's the problem with the guys. If they considering child care costs and you ain't the custodial parent, you finna be paying out the ass. So they don't have a fixed dollar amount. We already went over this stuff. The high income cases. So we can see that the same thing, they're saying the same thing here that they were saying in the last thing that we went over. Oh, there go Unc be streaming. Okay, let me get him in here. Let me see. Remove this bad boy from the thing because we already went over those things. So let me get old boy in here. What's going on, Nelly?
What's up, man?
What's up with you?
Chilling.
Yeah, today we talking about the child support laws and such. I don't know if you was in here when
Yeah,
I
I heard you.
when I
That's
went.
why I came up here. I came up here to correct some of your miscommunications. That
Oh,
ain't
well let's hear
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Um,
When men say they want a cap, what you describe isn't a cap on child support. It's a cap on how much they can garnish from you, how much can take from you. Because people understand that if you making 5,000 a month, I can't take 4,000 from you for child support because you
right.
gotta live. So that's just a limit on how much can be taken percentage wise. But when men talking about a cap, they mean how much a stop point of regardless of what I make,
Mm-hmm.
how much should I have to pay?
Okay.
That's what men when they mean by a cap. Like
So
if
so,
I
so
make 50 million a year,
mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have to give her 80, 90,000 a month just because I can afford it.
Okay.
That's the kind of cap
Mhm.
that man talking about. Not so that's that thing what you talking about
Mhm.
ain't what people mean when they say cap. And it's only 5 states that even have similar to that kind of cap.
Okay. So
Actually,
when they're saying right here, when they're calling it income withholding cap, because I'm not the one that's misinforming. So you're saying that the people that put this information out are the ones who are wrong. Because I didn't
no,
say
no,
that.
no.
I'm going over their thing. They're telling you
But
right here.
what I'm saying is two different things. Uh,
Okay.
this income withholding cap
Mhm.
is about how much they can take from you based on what you got, as in far as like affecting your, taking too much of your money.
Yeah. So you don't die, like you just said.
But that ain't the cap of people talking about.
I
These
know it's
people,
not.
the cap people be talking about is one where they don't have no concern about being drained.
Mhm.
They just feel it don't take that much to take care of a child. Prime example, Eddie Murphy, he was paying 50,000 a month. It
Right.
didn't hurt him. It wasn't going to hurt him. The
Mhm.
cap that people are talking about is why do you have to pay 50,000 a month? Period. Not
Right.
like don't take 50,000 from me because it'll be the bulk of my income. That's what this is. This is to help so the child support don't make it to where the man can't even buy a can of beans. So
Mhm.
this is awesome. This is awesome, but this ain't the kind of cap guys talk about when they say they want a cap.
Right. When you just gave
These are two different things. This ain't what the red pill dudes ask for.
what are they asking for? Because see, here's the thing. What I'm thinking is I think I was thinking the same thing that you were saying, right? And that's why I'm giving them this information. What I'm saying to them is this right here. Eddie Murphy, for example, you just said him 50,000, right? He's paying 50,000 because when they looked at his income and they looked at whoever the other person's income and they went to both together, they said that this child, if you were still living in the house, would have probably got this.
And
That's
that's
what
my point.
that's one of the things that they're doing.
Key word, you said if,
Yes,
but
I
you're not.
understand that, and I
And
understand
if
that
was a fifth, we all be drunk.
exactly
If I was still with my exes, I'll still be fucking them. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So if, and that's what I mean. That's what the stuff talking. That's what the reform is for. If is if is irrelevant. If ain't even quantifiable.
Right.
If like I say, if was a fifth, we all be drunk. So yes, if the kid was staying with him, they
Mhm.
would have this life. However, due to whatever reasons, that's not where the kid lived. Therefore, you get this life.
Okay, so what you're saying is the law is wrong for trying to keep the child's lifestyle up because the child doesn't live in your household because that's
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Because
Right.
all you should have to do is provide for that
Mhm.
child. Food,
Right.
shelter, clothes. Not, and you don't even have to provide 100% for that because the child has a mother. All you have to
Mhm.
do is provide half of
Mhm.
enough to provide for that child.
Mhm.
Therefore, yeah, the law be reformed. Because why am I putting in to give this child a lifestyle? Like the mom ain't got nothing in on the lifestyle,
They didn't say that.
and also it needs to be reformed because why does the child have to live like it was with me when it's not with me? If
Well,
I stay in a mansion, the child don't need a mansion. A nice 4 bedroom house would do just fine.
and we discussed this one in another video, and like I said to you, that man does not have to want to give his child a good life. He doesn't have to want that. All right. But what the law is doing is enforcing that anyways.
And
Okay.
that's why people saying it need reform. Because
Yeah.
you're forcing me to provide in a way that I don't want to, nor do I need to properly provide.
So why would a man not want his child to have things?
But to have what? Food,
I'm just
shelter,
saying.
clothing?
I'm just
He
saying.
want all that. No,
No, no.
you
You
no,
missed
a man,
Uh huh. That's not the question I was asking though. Well, let me fully just play it out. Okay. Why would a man bring a child to the world and not
Mm-hmm.
want that child to live as good as he would? Like I say, like if it's my son, if my son over here, fuck this nigga having Jordans because he don't live in my house. Fuck this nigga having nice clothes because he don't live at my house. Fuck this nigga eating good food because he don't live at my house. Fuck my kid because he don't live at my house. When he at my house, then he can have nice shit. But over
Nope.
there, I don't give a fuck about him. That's
I can
kind of
take
what
care.
you said.
I can answer that for you. I'll buy those things.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same as paying 50,000 in child support.
Mm-hmm.
If my kid want Jordans, I
Mm-hmm.
got you Jordans. You want an Xbox, I got you Xbox. You
Right.
want hats, you want shoes, you want watches, I'll buy that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the same as shelling out 50,000 in child support to a woman. Because you know what? When you
Right.
buy the stuff directly, you know your kid getting that. You paying
Right.
that off, you don't know what's going to the kid.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how much they get. You don't even know if this a lot of these cases, these people get that kind of child support, they quit working.
I mean, that's just like that one lady who was on the internet a few years back, the basketball player's wife. I can't remember her name. She the child turned 18, they went broke.
Yeah, 50 Cent baby mom, same way. Child turned 18, she
Mm-hmm.
went broke. Um, they I'm famous. I'm rich. I mean, you got people who even with their kids that feel this. This is not a foreign thing. Shaq has told his kids many times, I'm rich. You're not rich. I am rich.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't rich. It's a lot of wealthy people that tell their kids, I earn this money.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be something, you better be something. I'm not just going to hand you out money. You want some stuff for investment, you got to come to me with a well planned out business plan, and it got to make sense, and it got to look profitable. Then
Yeah.
I give to you. So it's not far fetched for a man to be like, my kid don't live with me. I ain't got to pay them this $1 million mansion. When people have kids they actually cool with, and they don't even give them the multi-million-dollar lifestyle.
Right. So
So it's not far fetched for the man to be like, yo, yes, I can afford 50,000, but if
Mhm.
it only take 9,000 a month to take care of a fucking kid, which is still way more than it take,
It
you
does.
get this fucking 9 and be gone. And that's why I need reform. Instead of like taking off what I make, but how much does it take to take care of a kid of this age in this fucking society, in this neighborhood, in this town, in this city? That's what the reform is for.
Right.
Not, and if the kid need anything else, I'll buy it. I'll
Mhm.
even pay for the daycare, the health insurance,
Yeah.
um,
'Cause
all that stuff.
that's most of what we
Look,
getting put in there and stuff too. But the thing of it is that like the problem that they're having here is that this thing that you're saying, when you read these rules and you look at how these courts are doing this, they agree with that. What they're doing is saying, okay, because you are such and such, your kid can afford to have better health care than another person, so we're going to charge you more. Your kid can afford to have better this and that, so we're going to charge you more. Your
that's why we need reform, because it's not their decision to pick what kind of health care I get for my child.
well,
Also, they got them. Also, they have a mother too. Long as it's adequate health care. If
mhm,
I want to pay for adequate health care, that's my right. Don't take my money and say go here. I'll pay for the health care. See, when they doing that, give you 50,000, that's just money out.
yeah,
Who knows what's done with it? Rent, mortgage.
mhm,
Um, yeah. 50
yeah,
Cent baby mama. That's why she didn't want to work. That's why she had to go start doing freak offs with Diddy for 10,000 a month.
well,
Because
yeah.
50 Cent was only giving her what $5,000 or $8,000 a month in child support or something.
And
Which
I believe that actually happened legally for some reason, didn't it?
yeah, because 50 Cent had a great lawyer.
Hmm.
Great lawyer. Chris Brown got away with giving a chick 5,000 and something a month. Like so, it's with a
Well,
great
see,
with a good.
if you take the mother, like you said in 50 Cent's case, right? Because they're gonna take the income of both of y'all. Just like when I was going over the first one, they said they look at both the incomes, and if the incomes, like here in Alabama, if your income and her income equal more than 30 grand, they finna start using some different rules. They're going off of both of y'all genes. So they're not discounting what a woman said. And what proves that is that when you said like with 50 Cent, that bitch wasn't finna work. They saw that. You ain't finna freaking work, chick. You don't want to work. You ain't got no income. You ain't got this and that. So you're gonna get about 5 grand a month because you already 5 grand a month gonna be enough for you because you ain't working anyway.
I don't think no woman should get more than 5 grand a month.
I don't either. But what I'm
For
saying,
a child. And that's what I'm saying. That's what the complaint is. It ain't men trying not to take care of their kids. And this stuff don't cover that. The simple when men say cap, they just mean, like I say, some rules and regulations looked out. And this is very stuff that's easy to find based on much. Average wise, how much kids eat, how much regular clothing they need, because it don't have to be fucking Louis Vuitton.
right.
School expenses, things like that. And right there, a month.
So
It's not a child on this planet that can't be taken care of like a fucking prince for $10,000 a month.
So the problem is with the first bullet here. All right, the first 2 bullets. All right, that's the problem here. I'm starting to see what the problem is now. Okay, they're gonna look at your disposable income. If your disposable income is $100,000, right? After you don't pay all your bills, you still got $100,000. They're gonna take 50% of that. Okay?
That's where shit come, and that's why you need reform, because my disposable income is my disposable income.
Right.
The child is taken care of. Whatever I make on my wealth, because my achievements, my success, my business acumen has nothing to do with that. Like I said, it's not a child, because you gotta understand, they have another parent.
Yes, they do.
If I'm giving you 10,000 a month, and my child lacking on some shit, you need to fucking just go ahead and lose custody at this point. That's why I don't even care if you stay in LA, which is an expensive place, New York, which is expensive. Child support should never go over 10,000 a month. I don't care if your baby daddy fucking Elon Musk, who's worth at least 400 billion at this point. Child support shouldn't go over 10,000 a month.
So what they should do then is reduce the 50% of disposable income, is what you're saying.
No, they need to just throw this out the window and just have a cap per state, per amount of children, paying on pay. If you got 3 kids with this kid, and you in California, and you got 3 kids, the most you can pay is $1,500. You got 4 kids in Cali, the most you can pay is like they say, if they say in California it takes $5,000 a month to take care of a kid. Then for every kid you get, that's $5,000 on you if you can afford it.
It's gonna be more than that, because in California that $1,500 ain't gonna cover no. That's like they ain't gonna cover rent.
Hear me. But that's not what it's for. The bitch needs to pay her own rent. Yeah. I said, how much does it take to take care of a child? She should have. She should already have rent covered with her job. Okay. Now, if you can't pay your rent, then the kids need to come over here. I'm gonna hire some nannies, and we're gonna do our thing.
Okay. So let's just say this then. We throw this all out the window, right? And if a woman needs child support, the children just live with the guys. How about that?
Yeah.
That's probably yes. Because
no,
you're not going to be able, if you cap this, especially in a place like California, to $1,500, them motherfuckers gonna be broke.
Then
the kid gonna be broke
because how was she gonna live if she didn't have no kid?
I agree with you on that one, but the thing of it is that's the reason why some of these dumb jokers that be having these kids with these broads, like that dude, the basketball player, the PJ Washington.
That shit is stupid.
That had that baby with doggone Brittany Renner. This bitch don't work. This bitch ain't got shit going on, A, B, and C. And you know that when you go in there, because if she ain't got shit going on and you got something going on, they finna take that money and give it to where the kid at. Unless you can get custody, you already know you're gonna get screwed. So I
And
mean, like, you know,
I think the women can keep custody if the guy is busy. But my thing is that we have like connected child support into the overall operation of the household so much because we used to how black women do it in our community. Child support is often used to pay bills. We even like when our kids get jobs, we get them to pay bills, which we never did around here.
right.
You know how it is. As soon as the kid gets 16 and get a job, we got that nigga paying real bills and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, can't you pay your bills yourself? I got 2 sons, they work, they get money in various ways. And we never asked them to pay light, electricity, internet, none of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because we pay our own bills. And that's how it should be with these women. They should be able to pay their rent, their utilities, and all that shit already, car note, basic, all the adult shit. And child support should be for daycare, food, and clothing for the child. Because the shelter should be already provided on her end. And even in Cali, because you're already paying your own rent, you're already paying your own utilities. You are a fucking adult. Therefore, even in Cali, 5,000 for one child would suffice.
Okay.
So how much is they eating? I ain't know, nigga, we ain't eating 5,000 a month in this household of 6.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere near it. Not even maybe maybe 800-900.
Okay.
And when it come to clothes, as you know, you got plenty of kids just like me. We ain't even buying clothes monthly. What kid get new clothes monthly?
Mm-hmm.
They don't grow like that once they're of a certain age.
Right.
You get clothes in school starting in August, you might get some clothes for Christmas. And you might get something in the spring.
Right.
Little outfits here and there. You get like 2 or 3 pair of shoes per year. So the whole like the kids need clothes shit, all that shit is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
No child, the child itself, I'm not talking rent, utilities, bills, gas, all that. Like I said, all that shit is her business.
Okay.
Child support, not adult support, not household support. See, people mix child support with alimony and shit. No, it's different. Child support is in the name. And people like to tack on, well, what about rent? What about utility? What ain't got shit to do with child
Yeah,
support.
because they're gonna I mean, I got paid child support. They're gonna include all of that in there. When they come to you and they get that with that paper, they're gonna show you everything the woman's paying and everything you paying, and then they're gonna say, okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna send this much over there to help with all that shit right there for that kid. That's
Yeah.
basically what they tell you.
But
So
she need to prove that she's paying half of that shit then. She need to prove that she putting in 5,000 too.
well, see, that's the problem. The minute that they prove they paying some of it, you paying more. If they don't prove it, see, we just went over that when we was talking about Eddie Murphy and all the other guys who the girl didn't want to work and didn't want doing shit. They didn't pay as much. Why? This person's not providing anything into this. So give them the bare minimum that's needed for the child. That's what they're doing. And then if the other person providing something into this, oh, well, if both of y'all working, y'all can afford to give this child a better lifestyle, and that's where they go with that.
Well, and that's what a reform. But yeah, and that's why I need reform. And like I said, as far as cap, that's all people mean when they say cap. That's what I mean. All cap mean is that it should be a limit regardless of how much I make. That's what I mean when they say cap.
Well,
If I make 100, if I make, like I said, if I'm making 10 million a month, that don't mean I should have to pay 100,000 in child support a month because it just don't take that much to take care of a child. Of course, that's a big old number, but that's what man, let's say on something a man can make normally, 120 a month.
Mm-hmm. The big numbers for this are actually better to look at because if you're looking at the big numbers, like we just got done saying, then you get down to the disposable income thing. Your shit gonna be bigger than somebody else's.
Yeah, and that's why men want a cap.
So the guys,
especially men that make great money. A lot of the guys that's talking about cap But it should be capped with a low amount of money too. Cap should be adjusted. Let's say you make 5,000 a month as a man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this does. Now, that's what this does for them. What you were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
that takes to where they can't take too much.
Yeah.
But that's for the normal guy. But the cap people be talking about be
But that's actually for everybody. It's just only problem is that your cap going to get bigger as your disposable income gets bigger.
And that's what people trying to fix. The whole why? Because I'm a winner. Do I got to get penalized? Type shit.
Okay, so they're looking at it as being penalized. If I get my kid more money, I'm being penalized. Is what?
Yeah, because you know that kid don't need that much money, so you know you're not. Unless you're a goofy goober, you know you're not giving your kid no 50,000. You giving that bitch 50,000.
So it pretty much what comes into it. But the thing of it is so understanding of this, it's okay for Will Smith's kids to get a lot of money because they live with Will Smith and live in his family.
Mm-hmm.
But because the other kids don't live in that house, live in that family, they don't deserve shit.
Well, nobody deserves shit, first of all, in life. You get what you get.
Yeah.
You just existed, nigga. You just existed. You know, now you my responsibility. I will provide for you, but you don't deserve no fucking fancy shit. Food, shelter, clothing, water.
Mm-hmm.
I would give you that in good quality. It don't even have to be greater value. But at the same time, that don't mean your little 8-year-old has got to eat caviar and filet mignon.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken nuggets, a steak here and there, chicken, hamburger helper, salad.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. To a lot of people, that's gonna sound like fuck my kids.
It can, but it don't matter because the kids getting provided for. They're not lacking anything.
Mm-hmm.
Food, shelter, clothing, water.
Okay.
What are they lacking? And not only that, it's nice qualities of everything that I listed.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't said throw you in the projects. Okay. And if they live in that file, come over to Daddy Mansion. I'm gonna hire some nannies. We're gonna put you in a nice private school, and you're gonna live an awesome life. When school over, you come swim in the pool, sit in the jacuzzi, play in-court basketball court, blah blah blah, all that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if people got a problem with it, just transfer the kids back over.
That's what I said.
But it's not fuck your kids when you taking care of them. Mm-hmm. Because the simple fact is, I never knew nobody. Like if Cameron mama, if your kid mom was living with her, would you be care about giving him the exact lifestyle you got with you?
Somewhat to a degree, yes. I want my son to live as good as me. So, but the thing is, and I did this with my daughter, and actually, her mom started bitching about it because it was a deal. I was paying the child support, right? But I would go up there on the regular and get my daughter all kind of shit, do everything else, and her mom started saying like, "Hey, look, I can't afford to do that, and I can't do it for my other kids." You know what I said? Fuck you.
And what did you end up doing though?
If I want to do well, that wound up happening because of another situation.
I know, but it just helped that situation even more.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, like I said, when I was in it, I was doing this myself. And the thing of it is I wanted my child to have I didn't give a fuck you couldn't afford that lifestyle. That kid would have it. That was me.
And I agree with that.
I'm not saying that every man got to be that way.
No, and I agree with that though. I've been saying the whole time. He can buy those things, like exactly what you did.
Yeah.
Have me a child support cap that's fucking make logical sense. And if I feel I want my kid to have fancy things, I can buy them. Mm-hmm. But not through the child, not through just giving this arbitrary amount of money.
Right.
How you did it is how it should be done.
Yeah.
Pay my child support and then provide all these extra things for my child.
Yeah. But these people with the big money can still do that anyway. They just don't want to. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. They just want to give the child, hey, let me give you this $5,000 a month for child support. And when she come well, Junior need new cleats and new this and new that. I won't even give them money. I'm gonna order this shit and have it shipped out.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this cap is dudes. A lot of the time, these men know these women and know how they move and operate.
Yeah.
If you was rich, would you really wanted to put? Would you rather put 50,000 into your ex-wife hands every month, or put 5,000 in child support and do the rest yourself?
I can see that, but I'm gonna tell you how I would do that one, right? Because when you come in front of me, as say I was a judge, right, and like you just got done saying, all these guys knew these women. PJ Washington, you knew this bitch. You knew what was going on with it. You knew the goddamn deal. You knew what it was, and you still decided to go bust a nut in that bitch.
Well, they didn't know at first, maybe, but that's why they broke up with her, because she ain't shit. That's why the relationship ended. Like with your ex-wife, you didn't know how she was gonna do the things she did until after she did it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, that's the narrative people like to create, that dudes just be out here getting with fucked up bitches, but in reality, you be the fucking representative.
What I'm talking about is the situations that we're talking about with these guys that know these women, because you can find
them niggas some sucker duckers. When you marry a known whore and finesse, Drea, like that little 23-year-old dude, Drea, Travis Hunter girl, Brittany Renner, all them niggas that Zion Wilson fucking with porn stars. All them dudes, some motherfucker, as my homeboy Sir Ism on the other platforms, on the other panel, he call them sucker duckers. Them niggas is some sucker duckers, and they deserve everything they get. Now that's where you deserve some shit. Well, when you do some goofy shit like that.
Yeah.
But well, you know what? I'm gonna say deserve. Do they deserve it?
You asked.
They don't deserve it because the people still wrong, but you get no sympathy.
Because guy, here's the deal, guys. Regardless of how much people want to look at it, and so I look at it a certain way like this. We got rules, and these rules all been written by guys. And if you're a man and you can't make it in a country built by men, on the rules made by men, then you probably not a man.
Well, I got to kick back to that.
That's why you don't.
These rules were made by males, not men.
Okay.
Every male ain't a man. Being a male is biological.
So what?
Being a man is biological. It's certain behavior patterns. So a lot of these laws was made by weak, simp, cake ass, mama boy ass niggas controlled by their wives. They got daughters, so they making all these laws. They damn near feminists.
So when we say that, what about when we say men built the country? Do we gotta say they aren't all men too? Because some of them males, I mean, that's the problem.
You can say that.
Yeah. So
every male ain't a man, and we know that. Prime example, Willie Moe. He is a male, but was he a man?
So guys, we gotta stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So guys, we gotta stop saying men built this country. We gotta stop saying men made the rules because we lying.
No, we don't.
Well,
because it's true.
You just got done saying that all of them wasn't men.
That don't mean just because all not men don't mean the ones that are men didn't build this country. Just because all not men doesn't make the ones that are men disappear. You feel me?
I was thinking that, but then
that don't make them disappear, because Willie Moe is not a man, but that don't stop us from being men.
I agree with you, but also Willie Moe most likely ain't gonna be in charge. Anywhere as it goes.
But it's some niggas that, Fat Van, Sergeant Hill, and other kind of weak niggas that wasn't really men was in charge. You was in the Army just as long as me. It's plenty of niggas that be in charge, but when it comes to being a man, they kind of lack it.
So we're about to get into the other subject in a minute here. In this one, we got to say that we saying that the rules are made by men, but we're not saying that it was all men. Some of them was bitches. So we're not saying directly that the world was made by men and that the rules was made by men.
No, the world was made by men, but all those men that made the rules ain't allies. Every man ain't an ally of masculinity.
So we gotta say
male kind.
We gotta say males, because if we say the world was built by men, we including them other bitch niggas.
Yeah, they was there. They was there sometimes helping decisions. That's why some of the shit weird. Unfortunately, niggas let them infiltrate. You never did a group project with a bitch nigga?
I ain't gonna say that. The thing of it is
because you was in the Army, you done work with many bitch niggas.
When we go to saying that, it starts taking away. That's why I'm moving on from the subject, because at this point right now, what we're doing is these motherfuckers said this, and now we're taking away from that. You said that it's men. Now we can't say that. You said that it's men again in the second one. Now we can't say that. So it'll wind up being a big ass rabbit hole to keep going down, because you're either gonna say it's men or you ain't.
Well, it don't make it disappear. It is men. Two things can exist at once. Men can build a world.
Okay.
And bitch niggas can still exist. Bitch niggas could still be part of the process. But that don't mean every man that was a bitch nigga. It was men and it was males all in this process.
Okay.
It could be
the point I'm making.
5 real niggas and 4 bitch niggas in a 9-man group.
Okay. The problem that comes in with this one that I'm looking at right now is when we go that route, we can't sit there and say men built the world, because then we gotta admit, okay, some of these guys are bitches. So,
but everybody already know that. We already know some dudes bitches. Yeah, it's not even like a great epiphany.
But that's not being said. You just really said that today.
No, people call dudes bitch niggas all the time. Deadbeat dads.
No.
Niggas that beat women.
What I'm saying is this right here. When it's being said by most guys, they're not including the bitch niggas. That's why they try to make it be absolute, because they saying that a man did it, but it's not absolute, because we know that bitch nigga was in it too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go on to this thing right now, because what we was doing was determine whether or not there should be a cap on this stuff. There is one now, but maybe the people that are in charge don't see it the same way as everybody else, and maybe that's not a real cap based on what some people feel and what they think. You see? So, do you have a cap now? Yeah. Is it the one that people want? No. So we done got to that part. All right. We're going to roll on now. We're going to talk about how most black women deter high-value men. Okay. Now, I came up with this subject to talk about because I started to understand and notice, especially with myself, you know what I'm saying, kind of moving up in the ranks of money and things, and moving and doing more business stuff and it's like that there was a problem, because I date mostly black women and I watch these videos, these shows and stuff on YouTube and all the other good shit. I date black women, but they have a problem that most other groups of women don't have. All right. When they talk about this high value thing, now don't get me wrong. When I say high value and I say it here on the channel, I talk all the time about it. Okay. To me, high value don't mean money. High value is your self-esteem and can you be a leader? Unfortunately, though, when women talking about high value, they mean fucking money. Every last group of women means that shit when they say it.
Yeah.
But in our group, there seems to be some kind of problem that even if these jokers, even if you start getting to this money, instead of them acting the way that they're supposed to act, they'll still try to, I guess, be not defensive, but like, whereas if you take an Asian woman or a white woman or a Hispanic woman and you put them with a high value man, which is the money, because like in that situation, what we're saying, they know that there's a certain way that they gotta act. And for some reason, it's seeming like when you look at these black women and what they're saying, they're not seeing that. And I think that's why when Kevin Samuels used to talk to women a lot, and they still did not have this doggone they didn't have this thing down pat. You know, no matter what it was.
Because it didn't.
I'm gonna let Uncle be streaming here give us a little insight on what he's thinking about that.
Well, it's because it didn't work with their feelings. It didn't fit their narrative. They didn't like what Kevin Samuels said because they didn't want to believe it. And when it comes to high value man, I think money is part of it, but not as big as the women try to claim. With women, let's say you had a list. High value thing is several things. Let's say high value things is 6 things. I think Kevin Samuels had a list of 6 things. For women, money always gonna be number 1. But for men, it don't have to be. Now, I think money has to be on the list, but as in like you can't be broke, dusted, and disgusted and consider yourself high value. You can't be sleeping in your car. I don't care how much good character you got, how much good leadership, because if you had that much good character and leadership, you would at least be able to take care of yourself like an adult. But I think you don't have to be a fucking multi-millionaire to be a high value man, like how women act. You don't have to be part of the top 10% to be a fucking high value man.
Quick question. You said it was about a list of 6 things, and you said that women are always going to put the money at the top, right?
Mm-hmm. And sometimes the other shit don't even need to be there. That's how important money is.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. Okay, so here's the question: with women, can you have the other 5 things on that list and not have money, and then it still won't consider you high value? Can that happen? So you can do the other 5 things.
How much? When you say no money, what do you mean? If you got those 5 things and you make about 80K, you might be all right. If you got those 5 things and you make 30K, they ain't gonna call you high shit.
Yeah, but 80K don't still count to them.
But if you got those 5 things, when
the women was talking to Kevin Samuels, bro, they wasn't saying shit on the 6 figures.
That's true.
That's why I'm asking the question. Can they get okay? Because here's the deal, especially in Kevin Samuels talking to black women, which
you're right. You're right. They would consider him high value, but he wouldn't have no problem getting women. If he had those 5 things and made 80K, he would eat rather well because he got all those other characteristics and he got sufficing money. But they wouldn't consider him high value. He had another acronym for that called a Henry, a high earner, not rich yet.
Yeah.
He considered a Henry, and Henrys eat. So
they do. But the thing of it is women will still down that. That's why I said you could be getting to the money, but if you are a Henry, they might smack talk your ass if you start having too many damn morals and values.
Yeah.
If you start having too many doggone standards for them, and you just a high earner, but you're not rich, or they might start down to your money, homie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true. It's of course more Henrys out there than it is 6-figure niggas and millionaires. It's more average people than it is Henrys, obviously. And but yeah, with the women list, money is, if you got enough money, Taurus, you don't even need those other 4 or 5 things.
No.
You
You
know,
can have,
if
you can
you
have
can
the
have no respect from other men, you can all the other shit on the list, whatever it is, nigga. You got enough money, these chicks gonna give.
yeah.
They
So
gonna go, as they say. They gonna go.
exactly, and the thing of it is I've noticed though that this one particular group, which is our group, has the problem with this right here, because I don't see none of the other groups saying if you got this money, ain't doing this, or even you can still with our group for some reason. That's what I want to ask you about on this one. For some reason, with the black woman group, right? For some reason, with that, no
Oh, I
matter
know.
no matter how much you get, your ass can still be disrespected.
Because sisters got this problem, and a lot of women in the West, but primary sisters, of they don't understand, and that's what Kevin tried to teach them. R.I.P. to the Godfather. What was the equal for a quote unquote high value man? These women think his equal is a woman that gets money too. A woman that get money is not a high value, not what considered a high value woman. High value woman ain't income based; it's behavior based. A
Exactly.
high value woman has a good reputation, a good attitude. She's cooperative. She's feminine. She's she's a nurturer. She's respectful. She's a helpmate. That's a high value woman.
Mhm.
But women, since everything is a fucking dick measuring contest, and because of penis envy, what a high value man is, women are trying to become that themselves and be like, okay, he making this and doing this business, and he's an entrepreneur. If I become an entrepreneur, we're the same, we equally yoked, and we match up. No, that's a nigga getting with another nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, man. It seems like only our group of women got this misunderstanding.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, because they're the only ones, and this is the thing about it too. I think it starts off with this strong, independent black woman shit, because they don't say that about no other group. They don't say strong, independent Asian
I ain't
woman.
never heard a strong, independent Asian woman in my 47 years about to be.
They don't say strong,
You
independent.
just had a birthday pass, right?
Yeah, in
Happy
general,
belated birthday, man.
yeah. They don't say that junk about no strong, independent white woman. You know what I'm saying? Or no strong, independent Hispanic woman. They only say it about our group of women, and for some reason, I think that's caused a problem to where they want to be with a high value man, but because they got that thing going on, I don't think it's going to work out for them. I think that's why they
Yeah,
hurt so much.
that's what I'm saying. Because let's say a woman make that Sarah Fontenay, that Dr. Shine Brown woman, they come to say, well, I make 300K a year, and my man got to at least make 300K a year or more. What you make doesn't make you a match for a man that make that much. How you behave make you his match. If he making 500, 600K, he ain't got no money problems. So he's not looking for other parasite, but he's not looking for his women based on how much money they make. He is cool with a chick make 100K if he make 500K because he got money. He looking for behavior more than fucking bread. But they think I make 300K, I only can make a man with make 300K. Well, guess what? He ain't looking for the same as you. And that's all Kevin was trying to get them to understand, that what y'all don't even know these men, don't understand these men, and don't understand what you're looking for. He's not looking for somebody who can achieve in the world of man as much as him. That's like he working 60 hours a week. He competitive. He's aggressive at work. He's assertive. He don't need to come home to those fucking traits.
No,
The traits that it take to make 300, 500, 600 fucking K. And but they think when they get it, the only man they should be with is one that's getting that too. Reality, if you're a woman that make 600K, you making that kind of money, your match is actually a homosexual. When a woman make a bunch of money, her match is actually a man that make less than her, because her money's gonna matter to him.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, you need, if money is how you, if your money, your success, your entrepreneurship, your degrees, It's how you push yourself in the day market. You gotta get with somebody that shit matters to.
Well,
And that's always gonna be a man with lesser than you.
You know the messed up thing? That's freaking it's reverse hypergamy.
What's up? My bad.
It's reverse hypergamy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they don't want to practice it.
They're not
Still think. My bad.
they're not looking at that from that point of view. If the money is going to matter to the other person, because it's the same thing when guys do this, you see what I'm saying? When we do this, and there's one of my hypergamy charts there. All right. Now you see on the pink side, you see that lower 20%, the bottom 30%, they looking up because the money counts. And even the bottom 30% of guys can go to the lower 20% of women. That's exactly right there. That area right there is what you're talking about. Somebody beneath you, if your money's gonna count, that person gonna have to be beneath you with the money. This chart is showing the same thing with the women. And if you look at it, it's showing you this. Women will money themselves out of the game pretty much if you're looking at this chart. If they get to the top, they don't got no more options but the dudes at the top.
Exactly. Because they don't like going down to a man with less money. But the problem is those men at the top had no problem going down, financially especially.
Yeah, because they're gonna be looking for these things you was talking about, these traits and the other junk. And the women at the top not gonna have those traits. They had to get rid of that to make the money.
Yep.
So that's why women be complaining. They're like, you know, I got this, and this, and this, and this motherfucker married a maid. Well, because the bitch was a maid, he already knows she know how to clean, and she probably don't act like you because, money changes women's attitude a lot.
A lot. Ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
They stop being women, I'm telling you. When a woman get a certain amount of money, they become the man that they can't get. They become like Cheyenne Bryant, that Dr. Sarah Fontenot woman, all the Lisa Rays of the world, and the Vivica Foxes, women that was some of the most attractive women in the world at one point, that made it this long. Even Lisa Ray up here, 60, still talking about if she get married or date, she got to date a millionaire, somebody that can keep up with her lifestyle.
Was that her or Vivica Fox?
No, Lisa Ray said that he gotta be rich and be able to support her lifestyle. Like, what niggas that's rich that can support your lifestyle want a 60-year-old woman?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers is crazy. If I can afford to give a fancy lifestyle, even if I'm fucking older, if let's say I'm 60 myself, you 60. If I can afford that shit, I'm gonna go 40. What are we talking about here?
Hey, what Chris Rock said in that one, he was doing stand up in that last one that came on Netflix. That joker said, "I didn't stay in shape and get all this money, be going out to no fucking Aretha Franklin. I'm trying to fuck Doja Cat."
You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking fact.
And that's the thing, though. But we're trying to figure out what this was like. Why is this problem so? It seems like this problem is like well seated with Black women
because they got some of the biggest egos in the dating market.
Okay, yeah.
Black women, you will see a white guy with an 8 white girl that an 8 Black woman would never be with his Black counterpart. That a white dude could be kind of pudgy, balding, under 6 feet, but his daddy owned a construction company. He's the foreman there, and the company gonna be his one day. And the white girl to get with him in their 20s. You feel me?
Yeah.
Cause she got the foresight, like this nigga daddy ain't gonna live forever. He
Well,
gonna own this company.
and also on top of what you're saying right now, because I think that's the truth. What I think that really more translates into is the other groups already grew up living off status quo. We didn't grow up that way. Black people didn't grow up living off status quo. And also the other groups got rules that we don't got. Like
Yeah.
black guys will take a fat bitch. They'll take
Mm-hmm.
the white boy. Them white boys ain't doing that shit. The Asians not
I got
doing
a more important rule that black guys do, and niggas get some pride. We would take a bitch that has fucked niggas well beneath us.
Mm-hmm.
In the in the community, not the white trash, not the trailer park, but we can have black people with money.
Mm-hmm.
We would still take a chick that used to fuck with dope boys, even
Mm-hmm.
though we never did that shit. But in the other community, the white boy that got something ain't really finna marry the chick if he can catch wind that she was out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he might smash it.
Yeah, fucking with lesser men per se.
Mm-hmm.
We out here taking chicks that used to munch carpet. Um,
That's damn near all of ours.
yeah, munch carpet. We taking swirlers. You know, we
Reach
just taking anything.
reach
In the
back.
white in the other communities, you know, once you go black, you don't come back. That's something we tried to. Once you go black, you don't go back. That's something we tried to make positive, as in once a chick go black, she don't want nothing else. Reality, once you go black, you can't go back means the other niggas don't want her back.
Yeah. Once
That's what that really means.
once the
Once you
white,
go black, you can't go back because you're not welcome back.
yeah, yeah,
But we let ours go white and act like everything all right, and we'll take them on in.
yeah. That's like
At the
I seen a guy.
swirling with bad and Chad all through their 20s, then come back at 32 talking about she want a black king. He comes some goofy nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like a guy he's been making a bunch of videos about that, and he also got a name for that. He called it the reach back.
Mm.
Yeah, he called it the reach back. They've been out there doing all of this shit, and then they get to a certain age, they want to reach back. And I think as black guys, we don't allow that a bit too much.
Yes. We gotta have some higher standards. We have to it have to be some deal breakers. We ain't got enough deal breakers as black men. And it's funny, we got the less deal breakers of all the men, yet we get the least amount of respect. You would think us being so gracious and having less deal breakers, they would be appreciative and show a nigga some love.
Actually, you only get that you get the less respect from the black women. That's why they be bitching talking about when you get money, you'll get a white bitch or an Asian bitch or this and that.
Yeah.
No, the white bitches and the Asian bitches and the Hispanic bitches was respecting a nigga from growing up times. You got respect because you was a man, and that was pretty much it. The same thing they did in their culture. You see what I'm saying? But
We the
in
nicest men. We the nicest men on this planet, man. But get treated, our women swear we the meanest, bro. That's what it boils down to. We accept shit that these other dudes ain't. We let shit slide. We the most understanding about single mothers.
mm-hmm.
We the most understanding about multiple baby daddies. We the most understanding about obesity. We the most understanding about lip and bad attitude and mouth.
Oh,
We show our women the most understanding, but get talked about the worst. At this point, fuck. That's why a lot of dudes men like fuck it.
mm-hmm.
I if I'm mean, if I'm mean, I'm a monster, and you don't even see our grace for what it is, because they so self-centered, so obnoxious, so arrogant that they don't see men accepting all these obese chicks because they don't even see themselves being fat. No, they got this thing where women be saying most men are ugly anyway, and I say this because a lot of men don't want to say it and can't say it and scared to say it. I don't know, but most of these chicks is ugly, man.
I say it all the
No,
time.
most dudes
98%
don't say it though.
98%
Most of
of women are fucking ugly. That's why they
most
need
of
to
these
fuck out
chicks
of
are
men.
ugly.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't think that because it's rarely said, and it's rarely said on big platforms, and it's rarely said in general. Because chicks always say all chicks is pretty, and you got a lot of dudes. I don't hear some dudes recently. Every time I bring this up, they be like, "Yeah, you know, I think most women are attractive," but they not.
No. That's
They
why they need
fucking
all the
not.
makeup. They need all the makeup and all the other good shit.
Yeah,
Because
some of them don't even look good with the shit on. Like, man, a lot of these chicks is fucking ugly, bro.
yeah.
And and since they don't think they ugly or fat or that their circumstances is unattractive circumstances,
Mm-hmm.
and when men uh, deal with them anyway, they don't see that they actually getting blessed. They don't appreciate. They don't understand that act of kindness. They
Mm.
never think we settling. No matter what they got going on, they think they doing you a favor. And
Yeah.
black men have allowed that to transpire too long by
Well,
just being with that fake stoic shit and just, you know, accepting shit. Because they don't want nothing terrifies most of these weak ass niggas more
mm-hmm.
than upsetting a black woman. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Um, and I did a whole show on that the other day how most niggas was groomed, keyword groomed to for deference to fucking black women and to not offend black women. It was groomed by their mamas. Our mama was our first enemy. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Um, don't argue with the women. Don't confront a women. Don't hit a woman. Don't defend yourself against women. It's women first, yourself second. That's the way we was groomed and trained our whole life. We got yelled at by our mamas our whole life, yelled at by our aunties, yelled at by our bigger sisters. If our bigger sisters hit us, we weren't supposed to hit them back. So niggas is just literally groomed and brainwashed. And then once they become adults, just the idea of saying offending women or saying something they don't like or hurting their feelings or challenging them, a lot of niggas get weird when they're around that shit. They just can't do it.
So, and it also forces you to see that the other women are acting the same way.
Yeah.
The other groups of women is showing a level of respect that black women don't show.
Yeah. That's why when dudes get you right, because all the treatment I just described, once a dude go somewhere else and get opposite treatment, they like, oh, ooh, damn, I feel like somebody. Did she tell me thank you?
Mm-hmm.
Did she smile when she said it? Hold up, did she come in and offer me a cup of coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Did she fix my plate? Hold
Yeah.
up, did she pay for this date? You know, you start getting,
Yes. And see, as I said,
did she apologize?
that's why I think most black women, they deter high value men. They deter them because they don't understand that what for the thing. Like I say, we also grew up in the black culture, especially in America. All right, there's no respect for a man, and if a man got that much damn money, he gonna want some fucking respect. Don't give a damn who he is. All right, they want the money, and things like that. And we got a comment. I'm finna get up here. Uh, we could talk about that one too.
I guess he behind a little bit.
I probably just got in on this one. Let me see. Oh yeah, he's talking about the other thing with the need is a hybrid system of means testing and ring fencing, so the custody parent is forced to spend the resources on the children. I can agree with that. I'm gonna answer that one real quick so we can get back to the other subject. If you would do like they're doing right now, where they trying to cut it to where like they give you food stamps, but you can only buy certain things with it. I think that this money that they give the person should go onto a card. and that card should only be able to buy certain shit. And then every so often, they should have to go show this so that it can be seen that the money is going to the kid. I agree with you right there, Stuart Paul. What do you think about that real quick, Nelly, before we get back to the other thing? Yeah, nay.
Yeah. Like I say, any changes that can better let's monitor the spread of that money is a win, you know. Um, like I said, these motherfuckers be trying not to work, bro. If 50 said that son have a baby by me, be a millionaire. A lot of motherfuckers took that shit
That's
as a lifestyle,
no,
as a challenge.
that's really what they're thinking. And the thing of it is what guys got to start understanding is that's the whole key. Even the high value man and all the other good stuff. We're talking about the high value man thing right now. All right. And this is another reason why most black women deter high value men because they know why the fuck they want them. Okay. Kevin Samuels, when he was talking to women all the time, most of the thing he starts, okay, you want his money. So what should he get for his money? He's asked women that several times. I think I'm right about that one, right? They be talking about women, talk about with him. What should he get for his money? Because all you got is war coochie, everybody done fucking hit, and a bad attitude. And ain't nobody finna pay for that. Just honestly. So I think that they deter a lot of high value men because they really coming with that. Our women is known for fucking the most and having the damn worst attitude ever. And that's why I think they deter most high value men. It really, because your reputation is preceding you. And they're not looking at that. You know, they ain't looking at it when you go on the internet and you look at if you go to the internet right now and pull up twerk video, you're gonna see a bunch of black girls. Matter of factly, that doggone killer, not killing, cooking with Kaya, good ass example.
The main problem with sisters and high value men is ego.
Mm-hmm.
It's their fucking ego. Their ego is killing them. They really see these men as their equal.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin Samuels is trying to get them to understand where they sit in the thing, where to really do a realistic assessment of your whole life. And the really main thing that they fucking up at is they only care about what they want and not what those men want. But it don't matter what you want if what you want don't want you. And that's what you're trying to get them to understand. Because they used to be like they want this, and this. And then he'll be like, he's always asking this one question. Why would the man you describe want you?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll start listening out, well, I'm a good listener and I'm this and all that. And he'd be like, that man you describe can find those things you listed in a woman that's not 30 pounds overweight and have 2 children.
Right.
You listed these generic personality traits as if attractive women with no kids don't have those traits too. So it's like, they're like, I want this, it's like wanting a fucking job, but being oblivious to what that job wants in an employee.
Mm-hmm.
You can want the job till the cows come home, but do they want to hire you? Do you have the qualifications for them to want to hire you?
Right.
And that's where a lot of women drop the ball when they want the 6-figure man, they want Mr. 6 feet 6 pack, 6 figures. They want him, but never stop to ask themselves, are they the kind of person he want, and what does he want in general?
Right.
And most of the time, those women don't really match up to what they be in the bottom 60, 80% of women. For some kind of way, they want the top 10% of men.
Yeah. Well, I brought this up right here. That's why I put this
To
shit up.
date them seriously, because he'll hit. Let's just throw that part in.
Oh yeah, most guys will. I put this chick up on the screen because I think she's a good example of some of this shit. All right. This woman made her doggone debut shaking her ass. That's pretty all that she really did, which is another problem that black women got because the only way that they can really get to the top in most of this shit, if you look at it, it was her, and then it was that chick, the teacher chick, the Bernice Summit was a teacher. Went from that to shaking her ass on the internet, and now you got a little bit of fame. All right. This girl right here did that same thing, but her personal life got dragged into it a little bit because she had a boyfriend, which I think he was fucked up in the first place. Because if my bitch was shaking her ass on the goddamn internet for I don't give a fuck for money or likes or whatever, bitch, I'm out of that relationship. I'm gone. And you can look and see what happened to him in that one. As soon as she shook her ass a little bit, and then okay, they wanted to take her and let her shake her ass in front of everybody else. And the minute she got around a few niggas that she thought had a little bit more money than him, his ass was gone. But the thing of it is I don't think this woman really sat down and looked at it and thought about this. These other guys may have had more money than what that dude she was with, but they didn't like this bitch. They was trying to smash. And that's all there was to that one. But see, her attitude, her way of looking at things is kind of the same thing that's going on with the rest of the black women. You know what I'm saying? It's like the rest of the world can't see you. And when you got your fame rump shaking, ain't nobody, no guy that tried to book her for this cooking and all the other good shit, they was not booking this bitch for no damn cooking lesson.
Well, they were just using her for clout too.
That too, and they was booking this shit so they can meet you.
So they can meet, try to hit,
yeah,
and really just use her little rise. And that's why this streaming world, these streamers, they don't. A lot of niggas ain't got no real friendships. If you cracking, they'll let you come on their screen. You fall off, you won't be seen again. And if you somebody that coming up viral, they'll reach out to you, want to hang with you. It's a really weird, fake ass world.
Right, but this woman right here could not ask for a high value man. She couldn't. Some people think she can. Some people would think that she can, but she can't.
No, she can get a man with money, but that's not everything on the high value list.
Well, what I'm saying is, no high value man that respects himself is finna take a woman serious that's shaking her goddamn ass.
Yeah, that's my point. So
yeah,
she can get a man with money, but just having money ain't enough to make you high value. Not only to women, but to men.
That's the problem.
That's like Kodak Black. Kodak Black ain't a high value man, and he can't even breathe.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is, she might could get Kodak Black. What I'm saying is,
I'm agreeing with you.
And to them, yeah, but to them, the money is high value. This is one thing that guys got to start understanding. We don't count that as guys. We really don't. But women is counting that shit and they using it in their dating.
They can, but they always gonna get the outcomes that come with getting a nigga whose only high value is money. Never ends well for these hoes.
Yeah, but the thing is, we gotta start understanding too that most of these bitches would so-called rather cry in the damn Bentley than the fucking Ford, and that's the problem.
I'm cool with it. Yeah, they like it. I love it.
Yeah, but see, I put this woman up as an example.
Offset put 6 kids in you.
Yeah, to show. Yeah, that's like with her. You know, of course she gonna go get another football player or something like that, but she wasn't gonna get no doggone. Cardi B was not gonna get no rich. Cardi B
she wasn't gonna get a nigga with any kind of class.
Cardi B ain't gonna go marry Leonardo DiCaprio. That ain't happening. She's not gonna get a JD Vance.
No, she's stuck with rappers and athletes.
Yeah.
Money that the Godfather didn't even count because you didn't have to use your brain to get that shit.
It don't count. It's really luck.
Yeah, because you can still be dumb. You could be fucking worth $80 million as a football player and be functionally illiterate.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with a rapper. You could be a rich, multi-platinum selling rapper and be functionally illiterate.
Mm-hmm.
I can't consider you high value when you're an adult reading on a 4th grade level. But you can run fast though.
Yeah.
Run, nigga, run.
But this right here, guys, that's watching, here's the problem, and this is why most black women deter high value men. This woman right here is the epitome of what most black women are right fucking now. Covered in goddamn weave, titty tat, motherfucker. I'm not saying you're not cute, but you don't have any fucking class value to you.
She always looked too much like Sergeant Murphy to me.
Yeah, because you can look in her eyes and tell the bitch dumb.
Don't you? You know, just everything, the nose, and she just looked like Sergeant Murphy to me. And she do look slow.
Yeah, because you can look in their eyes and tell that they dumb. If this girl wasn't shaking her ass all over the internet, she would be a nobody. And the thing is, if she stopped shaking her ass and all the other good shit, when I started seeing some of her videos where she wasn't shaking her ass, people was like, turn around. Go cook. Go do something, you know what I'm saying? But that's all you got.
Yeah. And you can't start off objectifying yourself and then want to switch it up and get mad when you get objectified.
Yeah.
No. I came over here because you were shaking ass. If you ain't shaking ass no more, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And I'm not objectifying you. I just come for the product as it was originally offered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you objectified yourself. So continue on. Turn around.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I put the Cooking with Kai chick up there. She shows you what's the problem. The most black women going to deter high value men because they all look like that. They sexually objectified all of themselves in majority of cases. And even when you got ones that's not so-called, they're not really walking around shaking their ass and doing everything like that, they still look like the rest of them. And then they kind of have the same some of the attitude thing. So I can't be on here long tonight, man. I got to get out of here in a few minutes because I
gotta go cut one of my son's hair. School start tomorrow. When ain't school start for y'all?
Man, that nigga went back last week. I'm finna be
shit
all day tomorrow.
You said what?
I'm finna be off all day tomorrow. As soon as they got out of here for the day, it's over. But the thing of it is I wanted to talk about that chick in the last minute of these things because I feel like that's why most black women deter high value men. They all look like ghetto trash. I hate to say it. They all look like dressed up ghetto trash, like how she was looking. Like a fucking soft prostitute, which is really what she is.
But percentage wise, the majority of them they look like some clones. You're gonna see a bunch of weed, you're gonna see some goofy lashes, like the majority.
Yeah.
The ones that wear their natural hair and stuff and don't do that extra shit. People, and this is what women like to say real quick. They like to say, y'all say y'all want natural women and y'all want this and that, but all y'all do is chase, date, and fuck these other hoes. That's because that's the majority.
Yeah.
Men are problem solvers. We want some cheeks. If the majority of women look like this, we're not gonna just blow them off for sex because they pussies are perfectly functioning. But we only can pull the apples that's in the basket. We only can eat from the apples that's in the basket in front of us.
Yeah, and how how long I'm supposed to take to hunt down a bitch that don't got this shit on? Because that's gonna take a while.
Exactly.
That's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while for me to hunt down a broad that ain't got all this shit on.
Exactly.
That's not every day. When you walk outside, that's what the majority you're gonna see.
Facts. And that's what people say. Well, y'all be looking for them, and y'all say that shit, but y'all stay on. I see niggas on dates with chicks look like this. Like the man want companionship. Is he supposed to be lonely because 70% of y'all dress like this?
And the thing is, that's what's readily available. We have to go out of our way to find this other shit.
The facts. Scour
Yeah.
the world, scour the city, and hope that she's single.
Yeah.
You know,
You have to go out your way to try to find the rest of it. And the thing of it is most guys probably are looking for that, but on the way to that,
they gonna get their rocks off with the other ones.
I got to go through before I can find this woman that dresses this well, acts like this. I got to go through 200 bitches because there's one of them in there, but it's gonna be a while before I meet that.
Exactly.
So,
and it's at this point, it down there don't even matter where you stay because the professional ones dress like that.
yeah,
The doctors, the lawyers,
yeah,
the judges, they all got them big wigs
yeah,
and other shit.
and the damn lashes. I went to McDonald's
Mm-mm-mm.
today, man. I took my son to get him a damn Happy Meal today, right? And when I walked into the place, it was a black girl there, wig on, lashes. I went to the cash register. This bitch was standing in front of the cash register, reading her freaking smartwatch or whatever. And I had to stand there and wait for that bitch to get done. Order my food.
She had to finish what she was doing.
Yeah. And when you see that, but see, the thing is, when you see them lashes and them wigs, you already know that's the
Yeah.
kind of dude you finna deal with.
Mm-hmm. And if you had said something to her about it, you would have to fight.
Yeah. So it is what it is on that one, y'all. Here, a quick recap because we finna get ready to get out of this joker. Child support laws be changed. We might need a little reform to it. They got something in place right now. Me personally, I think if you can't make it, if you can't take what they got going now, you probably shouldn't be fucking a bitch. I mean, like, that's just my thing. You're gonna get
Well, if
kids.
you don't want to pay shit, you definitely shouldn't be fucking. Just go get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
If you just hate child support that much, nigga, go get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
And,
No, it's room for improvement, but they do got rules on it now. It ain't like how people say it, like it's just lawless and then.
Plus, the honest truth on your point, also, it's not like these rules is secret.
No.
You know what you getting yourself in. I don't like the rules as they are, but this shit's not a surprise. Y'all niggas ain't getting hoodwinked. You ain't getting bamboozled.
No.
You know, if you knock a bitch up, you might make her the fucking millionaire. You know this. If you a millionaire and you knock her up, there's a chance you could pay $30,000 to $50,000 a month as is. You know this shit. It should be changed, but niggas ain't getting tricked.
No.
Brittany Renner, baby daddy, none of them cats got tricked.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Black women deterring high value men. We talked about that. A lot of it is style, dress, this type of thing right here.
Most of it's attitude. Did we really focus on? I know you got to get out here, but I don't think we talked about the attitude enough. The main determinant is the behavior.
This is true.
I don't even think we really. That's the main shit. How they behave.
Well, we went over the behavior, but the thing of it is we didn't have to beat the horse with it because hell, once you talked about it one time, you already know. You already know if a bitch got on lashes and we put Cooking with Kaya up there. She was a good ass example. You already know if you see that, you got a twerking ass bitch in your fucking face. You already know it's not a surprise that that's what she is.
Well, she actually seemed like a sweet girl though. That's not even the behavior I'm talking. I'm talking that angry behavior. The unapproachable. Look, the angry black woman thing that they try to say is a stereotype that as black men we know that attitude is very, very common.
Yeah.
Because a high value man ain't finna do a bunch of arguing.
No.
He ain't finna do a bunch of arguing, a bunch of compromising. Your strong opinions are unnecessary. Like I say, what they say, the inmates don't run the prison, and the slaves don't run the plantation. And that's why most of these women deter high value man, because they want to be inmates that's running the prison.
Yeah.
They want to be slaves that run the. They don't understand the phrase "he who makes the gold makes the rules." They don't understand the phrase "pay the cost to be a boss."
Well, we
They
did
don't
go.
understand my way or the highway when I'm building the fucking highway.
We did go over this behavior when we talked. When we had that hypergamy chart up.
Oh yeah, you right. We did.
Yeah, we did. We went over this behavior because we were saying that, hey, look, ain't no dude making that kind of goddamn money is gonna want that.
That's true. I guess we was just nice about it.
He gonna want some damn respect. Yeah. You know. So y'all, hey, we out of here on this one, y'all. That Uncle be streaming over there. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. Y'all know we always do that. And we had a good convo today. We went over a lot of facts and just like that. But hey, look, hey, if you're a black woman, you're watching this, you found out today why you're deterring most high value men.
They about to call us broken ugly, nigga. So get ready for that.
Yeah, I send you a snapshot of the comments if we start getting them.
Oh, definitely.
I'm thinking, it's probably gonna piss them off, but I mean, but it's the truth. So it is what it is. So we out here on this, y'all. This Stars Down. This that Go Hard, Go Home channel. And we rolling on this one, y'all. Peace.